What if I told you that somewhere in the universe there may be a black hole so enormous that astronomers can't even agree whether it should exist? Not because it's hidden, not because we can't find it, but because if the biggest estimate is true, it may have reached the absolute size limit the universe allows. 5.8 billion light-years from Earth lies a cosmic monster known as Phoenix A. Some scientists estimate its mass at 5.8 billion suns. Others believe it could be close to 100 billion suns. That isn't a small disagreement. It's the difference between an ordinary supermassive black hole and the largest object the universe has ever created. And the strangest part? The astronomer who discovered it later challenged the very number that made it famous. This story begins on August 15, 2012. A young Hubble fellow at MIT, Michael McDonald, stood before NASA to announce a discovery that had shocked the astronomical community. For more than 30 years, astronomers had searched for something they believed no longer existed, a galaxy cluster where stars were still being born at an impossible rate. Then McDonald found one. Every year, this cluster creates around 740 new stars. For comparison, our entire Milky Way produces only one. The object became known as the Phoenix Cluster, a colossal collection of nearly 1,000 galaxies containing about 2,500 trillion times the mass of our Sun. But hidden inside this extraordinary star factory was something even more unbelievable, a black hole that might be larger than anything humanity has ever detected. To understand why this discovery changed everything, we have to travel back to 1957. At a small observatory in Mexico called Tenochtitlan, astronomers photographed what looked like an ordinary blue star. They cataloged it as Object 618. But they were completely wrong. The faint light captured on that photographic plate had begun its journey 10.4 billion years ago, long before Earth, the solar system, or even the Sun existed. It wasn't a star. It was a quasar, a gigantic black hole consuming matter so violently that it outshined entire galaxies. Today, we know it as TON 618. For decades, TON 618 ruled as the largest known black hole in the universe. Its mass is estimated between 40 and 66 billion suns. Its event horizon stretches farther than 1,300 times the distance between Earth and the Sun. If TON 618 replaced our Sun, its boundary would extend far beyond Pluto's orbit. For over half a century, no black hole came close, until astronomers looked toward Phoenix. In 2010, a giant telescope buried in the frozen South Pole wasn't searching for stars, it was searching for shadows. As the oldest light in the universe passed through enormous galaxy clusters, gravity left tiny scars on that ancient light. Among dozens of clusters, one stood out immediately. It was unlike anything ever seen. Located 5.8 billion light-years away in the constellation Phoenix. When NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory turned toward it, everything astronomers believed about galaxy clusters began to fall apart. Every similar cluster they had ever observed was dead, cold, silent, no new stars. Theory predicted that the supermassive black hole at the center would constantly heat surrounding gas, preventing new stars from ever forming. But Phoenix ignored the rules. The gas was cooling. New stars were exploding into existence, hundreds every single year. Michael McDonald later compared galaxy clusters to an enormous cup of coffee. Even a 10 million degree cup of coffee eventually cools. Phoenix was the first one anyone had ever caught cooling. And that raised an even bigger question. Just how massive is the black hole causing all of this? A 2016 theoretical study proposed an astonishing answer: 100 billion solar masses. That number spread across the internet. It appeared in documentaries, articles, and countless YouTube videos. If true, Phoenix A star would dwarf TON 618. Its event horizon would stretch thousands of astronomical units across, large enough to swallow our entire solar system many times over. It would become the largest black hole ever discovered. But almost nobody mentions what happened next. In 2019, Michael McDonald returned with better observations using Chandra, Hubble, and the Very Large Array. His new estimate wasn't 100 billion, it was only 5.8 billion solar masses, nearly 20 times smaller. If his measurement is correct, Phoenix A star isn't the biggest black hole after all. So who's right? Here's the truth. Astronomers cannot directly weigh Phoenix A star. Normally, they measure a black hole by watching nearby stars orbit around it. That's exactly how the black hole at the center of our own Milky Way was measured. But Phoenix lies 5.8 billion light-years away. Its individual stars are impossible to observe. Instead, scientists rely on indirect evidence. One estimate comes from hot X-ray gas. Another comes from the size of its host galaxy. Both methods are scientifically valid. Neither provides a final answer. And that's why Phoenix A star remains one of astronomy's greatest mysteries. This debate matters for one extraordinary reason. In 2016, Yale astronomer Priyamvada Natarajan proposed that black holes may have an upper size limit, around 100 billion solar masses. Beyond that point, a black hole becomes so energetic that it blows away the very gas it needs to grow. It essentially starves itself. If Phoenix A star truly weighs around 100 billion suns, it may already be sitting at the maximum size the universe allows. Yet some theorists believe even larger monsters might exist. They've even given them a remarkable name: stupendously large black holes. If certain conditions are met, these cosmic giants could theoretically grow to nearly 270 billion solar masses. So far, none have ever been confirmed. Then in 2025, the James Webb Space Telescope observed the Phoenix cluster once again. The new observations revealed something unexpected. Even more cooling gas continues flowing toward the central galaxy. The black hole is still feeding, still growing, slowly, relentlessly. More than a decade after its discovery, Michael McDonald says the Phoenix cluster remains completely unique. No other system like it has ever been found. Whether Phoenix A star weighs 6 billion or 100 billion suns, one fact remains unchanged. It sits at the center of one of the strangest places in the known universe. And somewhere out there, the universe may still be building the biggest black holes it will ever create.